we could potentially have an hour and a half to 2 hours left, or 5. So, let's see how that goes. Here we go. Bingo. So this is where we left off. We're in a classroom in Hope's Peak Academy. Yep, see? The windows are all bolted shut. A violin as well. Let's do like in the first game. What is this? In a normal classroom, there'd be a window, but instead, there's this iron plate bolted here. When I tried knocking on it with my fist, looks like it's a pretty thick iron plate. Is this to keep us trapped? The heck, this place where iron plates are carving the windows inside the classrooms? Does it really Hope's Peak Academy? Let's look at these cameras. We weren't able to get anything from the cameras on the island, but maybe from here. This is a surveillance camera. Why would there be a surveillance camera inside the school? Wonder, does this have the same purpose as the surveillance cameras on Jabberwock Island? So we do remember that. Okay. If so, who's watching us? Is it whoever's controlling Monokuma? So I think we're out of chapter... Yeah, so we're in chapter 6 now, as you can see on the top left there. We were in chapter 0 last night, which was us traveling in a ship. And we were talking to Nagito, but there was something weird about Nagito. He was like talking like he actually didn't have his own left arm. He actually had like someone else's left arm, and you could see that it was a female arm, I guess, because it had long nails. And I think they mentioned that it was female. And the nails look like Junko from the first game. So, yeah. What if this part takes place in the past and you time traveled? It could be. I wouldn't put it past the game to like be doing that, and just to make things even more confusing, because that's all it's been. Looked like it was from Junko. Yeah, definitely. Agreed. Which would be scary because she died in the first game pretty brutally. This clock doesn't have any hands. A clock without hands is meaningless. Why would something like this be in a classroom? Give the illusion of time. Does this monitor serve the same purpose as the monitors on the island? If so, this would be under Monokuma's supervision, right? Is this place really Hope's Peak Academy? Dang it, what's going on? Alright, let's go. Leave here? Yes. Now we're gonna play through all of Danganronpa 1 again. Things in here are glitching out too. Even the hallway doesn't feel like the school at all. Like a good place. At least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. Or at least it doesn't look like a normal school at all. Hey, Fish! How's it going? How are ya? How's he doing? Have you played this more than Assassin's Creed Odyssey? No. We're just at about 50 hours. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, to date, I've played 130 hours. And I just played it over the weekend again. It's a fun game to just jump in and just do whatever, because it's open world. So it's not like I'm really playing through any of the story. I'm just going through, taking down more mercenaries and cultists and things like that. On Steam? On stream, no. I haven't played Assassin's Creed Odyssey since, what, like March or something? Or April, when we moved on to Final Fantasy VIII. We just got back from the trains up here. Oh, what? That is awesome. I saw them like, I think it was 3 years ago, and they were amazing. That's awesome. So cool. Played over 2,000 or 3,000 hours of Skyrim. A lot of Skyrim. It's definitely a lie. There's no way this place is Hope's Peak Academy. This creepy place, the Hope's Peak Academy that I've admired for so long. It's probably a building that Monokuma made to startle us, just like the funhouse. Right, that's definitely it. Monokuma said to come to the gymnasium, right? Then I'll go and definitely clear things up. Okay. But I want to look around. Wait, that's where the gymnasium is. Okay. Alright. Okay. Here? No. That's where I just came out of. That is the trial room. What's the Trans-Siberian Orchestra? It is a, like... They mainly do a lot of Christmas music, but they do other music. They're just like it sounds. it's actually like a band. It's a very well put together band that also incorporates. So it's really hard to explain. So they have guitars and bass and drums and stuff like that, but they also have like a lot of singers. It's a giant show, so it's not just like a band playing songs. Like there's a big show and to do with it. Have you ever heard the song Christmas Eve Sarajevo 1224? The dun, 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 dun. It's like it's like really heavy metally. That's them. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's so, yeah. Cello, a violin, yeah. They're amazing, and I actually got to do like a meet and greet with them. It was really cool, super cool. And the Carol of Bells, yes. 5,000 hours playing Halo modded. My gosh. It's weird. That's what it's called. Oh, what they're playing in the song, but what they actually call it is Christmas Eve Sarajevo 1224 is what they call it on their album. They also have a bunch of other ones that they're popular that are popular. Wizards in Winter, Queen of the Winter Night, A Mad Russian's Christmas, Christmas in Blue is what I think it's called. Just Another Night in New York City. That song is great too. They have so many. Like when I make a Christmas playlist, there's a lot of their music on there. You hear that song, but I didn't realize that song is from. Yeah, I mean everyone's done a cover of it, but theirs is the really heavy one. Awesome. They didn't do that one? How dare they? Oh, there's a really cool song called Christmas Jam that I really like. Something might be waiting, but I'm not going to cower away anymore. So I braced myself and cautiously opened the door. And the game crashed. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Nani? Wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. It was a gymnasium. Amazing. It was a normal gymnasium.
Damn right.
Yo, Hajime.
Yo.
You heard the announcement and came here too? You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, what do you make of all this? Monica said this place was Hope Speak Academy or something.
That is.
That cannot be possible.
Well,
you're right.
yeah.
Any way you look at it, it's impossible. How does it feel to return to long-awaited Hope Speak Academy?
Why, you.
Hey, where are we? Where'd you lock us up this time?
That's.
What a shock. I just told you guys, this is Hope Speak Academy. Hey, Whiskey.
Not.
What is up, my dude? There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is. I mean, this is definitely Hope Speak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway. What's left of it?
What?
Did I tell you before? Unfortunately, Hope Speak Academy fell to ruin.
Lies.
You were serious about that? Stupid fool. I don't believe it. But of course, it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. Oh no, what happened? What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went to all this trouble to bring you to Hope Speak Academy, and you don't feel surprised or nostalgic.
Fine.
Well, it's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you don't feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone?
Don't fuck with me.
Enough with this BS. Just spit it out already. Where'd you take us? Where'd you take us, you bunny? Nope, not bunny. Bear. I'd rather not talk about it. Okay. Alright. Well, good vibes to you anyways. But I'm not certain of my memories. I believe we entered the ancient ruin and...
In other words...
It means I made this Hope Speak Academy between the door to the ruin and the inside of the ruin. What do you mean between?
Hey!
What do you mean made?
What's this?
Oh my, are you minds getting the grumblies? Wait, are your minds getting the grumblies that only knowledge can satisfy? Good. Very good. It's fine to hurry along to the Guardian to... Putting random words in my head. Graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. Entertainment? You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way!
Nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that.
Shing!
It's just a simple graduation exam.
Huh?
Then what is the graduation exam?
Hey,
Well, as the headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate.
are you sure
But on
about
the other
this?
hand, I'm worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world.
So,
That's why I'm thinking about telling you what the outside world is like before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Jabberwock... What? Whether you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here. Huh? We're obviously going to get out. There's no way we'd stay here.
That's right.
This is annoying. Just hurry up and let us choose. Let us choose right now.
no.
Can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey,
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guest of honor arrives. So enough complaining already. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? I've dispersed all the teaching materials you need for your research throughout Hope Speak Academy. Well, I don't think this needs to be said, but all the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is going to hate me. So please, rest assured and strive to do your best during your field trip. And as usual, after leaving us with his cryptic words, Monokuma disappeared. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What is going on? Outside world? Main cast? Somehow I have a bad feeling about this. You're kidding. Because everything's just been great.
Hey.
Like, he kept insisting that this place is Hope Speak Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How do we make it back to Hope Speak Academy from a tropical island in the first place? Impossible.
it cannot be.
There is no place for Hope Speak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. I said I wanted to go back, but I don't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on the island. Building is really Hope Speak Academy? Well, didn't they talk about that someone was building something in the middle of the central island? And they probably made a replica, or like, you know, like an exact copy of Hope Speak Academy before it all went to crap and put it in the middle of Central Island. This is the Hope Speak Academy I've been admiring for so long. What in the world is going on? Why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attend Hope Speak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If that's what you're thinking, just stop it. Listen carefully. The only humans worthy of becoming Hope possess amazing talents and a strong will. And the moment you're born into this world, you either have that or you don't. It has nothing to do with effort. You must be chosen by Hope to become Hope. That's why it's not even worth admiring. Or were you so blinded by your admiration for Hope Speak Academy that you couldn't even see that? You're just some nobody from the reserve course who never had a talent to begin with. A nobody who forgot he was a nobody. That's all. If I really am a nobody, then you should have just left me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Hajime, something happened? Huh?
Hey, bastard.
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but is that all?
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved. Is that what it means?
Hey.
So what the heck is Monokuma anyway? He's not part of the Future Foundation, right? Well, that's what it sounded like yesterday when we found that out. Like, it sounds like Monokuma actually has nothing to do with the Future Foundation. He's actually against. They're kind of rivals or enemies. But it seems like both sides are not great. If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though Chiaki and Monami are gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means the Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I can think of.
You serious?
So they're not World Ender? Then we really were tricked by Monokuma. Well, they could be, but... Hey, Leo! However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they're our allies, they might not be just be allies. Maybe Monokuma is telling us to investigate that information on our own. Chiaki said she could not betray the Future Foundation, but if she were still alive, she definitely would have helped us. No, even her just being with us would have been a big help. That's what should we do?
Damn it.
That's obvious. If we're gonna get out of here safely, we have to do that graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam, huh? I'm not really good at taking exams.
Huh.
I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monica said something about a field trip, right? Is he telling us to investigate like we have been?
All right!
Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare yourself.
Like,
Yeah, we might be able to learn about something about Hope Speak Academy, about ourselves. I don't care if we don't know anymore. We can just go back to our normal lives, I'm fine.
hey!
Hey, can we go home when this is over, right? We can finally get off this dang island, right? Yeah, I think he's a rival. I think. If that's the case, let's all leave this island alive by any means.
Of course!
Hell yes. Okay. He's right. Now's not the time to bemoan how unlucky I am. Where this place really is, what's happened to Hope Speak Academy, none of that matters. What's important is, I need to leave this island with the others. Sacrifice so many lives in order to be sacrificed to survive just so we could do that. There's no way we can stop it now. But Monica should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own whether or not we want to leave Jabberwock Island. He should already know that we'd never choose to stay on this island.
Hey, hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? But what are we even looking for? Do we just have to investigate this weird building?
Even so.
Even so, I don't think we'll find the answers to all our questions inside this building. I'll just go on ahead for now.
Whoa!
There she goes. You're already going?
Jeez.
What is that idiot thinking running ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However,
It will be fine. There will be no longer be any situations where we must exchange others' lives.
all right!
So we should do our best as well. Like they say, it is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stopped at the green light, we'd never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're pathetic.
Akane already took off on her own. It might be faster if we split up and look around too. Like Sonia said, if there's no more killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Then let's get this over with and go home.
Later.
I'll go on ahead. I'll see you guys later. Those brief words, Hiko left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain a wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me. Sonia took a deep bow, then left the
Oh
gymnasium.
my.
Miss Sonia,
Miss Sonia!
please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Kazuichi chased after Sonia, who had just departed and left the gymnasium. I should hurry and start too. Just a bit more. A bit more and it's gonna end. I can escape this nightmare and return to my usual peaceful everyday life. The only thing we can do is advance toward that hope. Even though I don't understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate. Being watched.
I knew you could do it.
A Matrix Monokuma. Why do we keep getting coins if, like, we can't even use them anymore? Oh, you wanted him to tell you? Okay, the screen is doing that weird thing again. Also, we're up on, like, the 5th floor. What the heck? It's weird. This is the hallway I worked through to get to the gymnasium, but it's clearly different. Is this Monokuma's doing too? He's trying to confuse us again? I don't know how he's doing it, but he keeps doing it over and over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way this will make me back down. What the dang? What? Ooh. Hi. This hallway, there is a strange feeling to it, no? As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our
I
movement.
am concerned.
Just me? It is not just you, Sonia. Oh my gosh, our Tamagotchi is still alive. It's a little chibi again. Nice. Sweet. Oh, we can go in the dojo. Is this a dojo? It's full of strange things that make me think there's no way we're inside a school. Perhaps it's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. It's a book. What is this? Is this a manga? The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope Speak Academy by Monokuma. Why is a manga with such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this? Let's start with history first, class. Okay. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. Then what's the first, you ask? That depends on the person. So, just as I thought, Monokuma made this. That totally explains how suspicious it looks. Aww. Yikes, kiddo. Well, I'm glad to see, like, you're on this side of things. Sheesh. Take care of her, Whiskey. And Leo, get some rest. I will try to soothe you as best I can, but I don't know how good that will do. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. I'll look at anything that might be a clue to getting out of here, no matter what it is. Why does it look like Chiaki's on it? And is that supposed to be kind of like a Monomi, the cat back there? Picked up the manga off the floor and started flipping through the pages. It's an introduction to Hope Speak Academy's history, as narrated by the cutesy character on the cover. The story begins with an introduction to Hope Speak Academy. Hope Speak Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of its alumni are key leaders of various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but the ones who scout them are Hope Speak Academy's teachers, who serve as both educators and researchers of talent. Hope Speak Academy isn't just a school for talent, it's also a school for research of talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope Speak Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes they will not be able to make progress with their research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, Hope Speak Academy received an endless stream of applicants. Hope Speak Academy was now available to countless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope Speak Academy managed to amass sizable funds and began further research of talent. To create Hope Speak Academy's earnest wish, a true genius who would become mankind's hope. But just when they thought everything was going well, an unprecedented incident occurred. An incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. Hope Speak Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. The ending was so sudden, like a manga that suddenly canceled in the middle of its turn. Or... I must be really tired, because I'm seeing words that aren't there. Middle of its run, not turn. Plus these phrases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy. These names are so melodramatic, there's no way these incidents really happen, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know the details, but... no, it'd just be a waste of time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned something because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of those Reserve Corps students, right?
But
Yes, you were.
hold on.
I don't think those can be the same person. That's weird. Oh, you're here again. Another thing that's weird is you, of course. Now he's just making fun of me. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you were part of the Reserve Department? The Future Foundation only took away your school life memories, right? But you should have known even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird that you actually forgot something like that too. What do you want me to say?
By the way...
Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Corps students.
I got it!
Or, you willingly sealed all those memories yourself. Huh? You wanted to be confident in yourself, so you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, when humans experience trauma, sometimes they erase their memory of what happened. It happens pretty often, not that I'd know anything about that, though. Are you saying it's my fault? Wait, are you saying it's my fault I forgot? It's not it.
Come on!
When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, that's expected of a reserve corps student. The heck? Oh no, is there gonna be another trial? There's more to this game left than I thought? I'm ready for this game to be over. I like it, but I'm really ready for it to be over. Okay. So that had nothing on it. I don't know. I don't know if that can be a thing. It's armor and a helmet. Did the map developers design this to reflect a Japanese dojo? This cherry tree is in full bloom. It may be a tasteful sight to see a blooming cherry tree inside a dojo, but in this region, it just looks bizarre. The target seems pretty far away. If the production team had more time, there could have been a minigame here. Wait, what am I saying? What the heck? There are a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them has a traditional looking wood block, a keys sticking out of them. Yeah. I guess they're just for show? There's nothing in particular that looks like a clue. There's a straw post. I guess that means it was used for training? I'm really hoping it's not that we went back in time. That'd be really weird. Oh, hi.
What's going on?
This hallway, it's kind of creepy. I can't go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rule is being enforced for no reason. It's like there's an invisible wall or something. That's funny, that's what Sonia said. That's where we came from. Room 5A. Alright, they're not gonna let us go through here, huh? The Bio Lab. The Adoring Fan? I don't seem to remember who the Adoring Fan is in the Elder Scrolls. I remember who it is in Mass Effect. Should I go back in here? Another book. This is another manga. It's laying on top of the desk. This one is Manga for Morons, The Tragedy of Hopeseek Academy. Wasn't the Tragedy of Hopeseek Academy mentioned in that other manga too? That's why Hopeseek Academy went bankrupt, and it was the trigger for the biggest, most tragic, most awful event in human history. If I read this manga, will I be able to learn a little more about that incident? Probably. Who is that guy? Looks like Eric Roberts. I took the manga from the desk and started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the Tragedy of Hopeseek Academy. Actually, you know what? That kind of looks like maybe... Remember Kyoko's dad? That could maybe pass for Kyoko's dad? Right? Yes, Kyoko from the first game. The girl with the purple hair. Waifu, basically. The story made heavy use of outdated stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the Tragedy of Hopeseek Academy occurred at Hopeseek Academy. Key player in that event was a student named Izuru Kamakura. Wait. Izuru Kamakura... Wait. Izuru was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hopeseek Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly, Izuru was a genius among geniuses and possessed various talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to Izuru as the ultimate hope. For such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of Izuru's origins and identity. Because of that, most of the students at the Academy were completely unaware of Izuru's existence. but Izuru, who was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for a horrible incident. 13 students of Hope Academy's student council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by Izuru. 13 of them?